What is up, Bomb Squad? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. We're going to do just an update video today. It is Sunday morning. We're out here doing a little work. I will share that with you, and then I will share this with you. So I thought in the last video we would put a chin spoiler on the Malibu, and then I tried to go with the Tahoe one. But the problem I had with this is we cut it down, I fit it in the middle. The fit may look cool, but then on the edges where it rolled around, it only came to like here-ish, I think. So if I tucked it to the bumper, I would have this weird square here because that thing hung down. And I was like, the only way to do it properly, in my opinion, would be like extend it to the fender. And then I was thinking to put like a panel or whatever. But by the time I put the center section to put it back together, a plastic welder like somebody mentioned, and then I still had to extend these. I don't have material to really extend that, so it'd be like an aluminum panel or some sort of panel. And then I realized, went back to my way of thinking of the more you heavily modify stuff, that's why we didn't do the bubble on the hood, because I like the way the bubble looks, but I'd have to put that in there. You can buy those, I think, with the bubble already in. But anyway, it's a lot easier to buy a flat hood. So we made everything fit on a flat hood. If we have a problem with this hood, any 64 fiberglass or whatever flat hood will fit on. So we ended up going with the Camara spoiler. So I did that yesterday, tucked her up all nice. She is on there. I built a structure for it underneath out of this 1/4-inch rod, welded it all down. So that is that. Took her for a drive yesterday and it all stayed intact. And I was kind of walking and chewing gum while I was doing that, so I didn't really have a plan. So it makes for a bad video, because then you just kind of ramble and go, oh, I don't know, and you're just doing one of these the whole time. So, and then I had stuff to do in the afternoon, so I'm like, we're not screwing up. So we did that, and then I have set up this morning, clean my little roller off. I wish I had room, man, because I would keep this thing inside. One day when I have a large enough shop, I'm going to break this thing down and revamp it so it's nice, and then it'll stay in a shop and not get toasted every time I go to use it. So this is a slip roll. For those of you who don't know, you feed a flat strap in here and it comes out in circles, and that's how we make these. So I got a whole stack. This is only half of them. These are the 15-inch fan holders. So thank you if you pre-order one. Your back order, we have a few back orders. I'm working on them. I'm gonna get these done hopefully throughout the week, and then my plan is to deliver them to, by the time you're watching this video, war this weekend. So we did that. Then here is the other exciting news. So we've got two more size options. This is the 19. This is the Z01 that everybody thinks they want. That is a big old mamma jam. I mean, look at that motor size. This thing is just a monster. If you can fit it, this is the baddest fan on the planet. It's cool. It pulls a lot of amps. And again, you got to have a bunch of room. So we're going to start making a holder for that. And then I already have the design for this little dude. So these are 12 or 12 and a half, I think, is what they work out to. So the cool thing with this is now we can accommodate smaller radiators. Like if you have a Honda or something little, or if you have a normal size radiator that's a little shorter, you can't fit something like that, or a 15, two of these are going to do you proud. So working on the prototype for that as well. So I think I mentioned that in a video before, just to show you that we're on it. And I was supposed to get my prototype files, but I guess something was wrong with the file or something. So I'm hoping this week to have my prototype for the 12-inch so we can put it in there and test it and kind of see how everything works out. And then this week, hopefully I'm going to pull that out and scan it so we can get that thing dialed in. The other thing too, this is a heavy mamma jamma, dude. Like this thing weighs a bunch. So I think there's only 3 mounting points on it, but I think it has 1, 2, 3. But I think I might do a couple extra arms on that one, just to make sure that freaking fan isn't falling off and we're moving in and out too much. So that is that. I'll show you. We'll roll some hoops, kind of show you how we go with that. If there's anything interesting I feel like talking to you about along the way, we will share that as well. But other than that, I'm going to get to rolling, so I don't have to be out here all day, because it's supposed to be Sunday fun day. We're out here rolling hoops. I figured there's got to be at least one of you that actually wants to see it rolled. So the way this thing works is you adjust these up and down on the distance of the rollers, and when you roll it, it pinches these and pushes it, then it hits this roller to curve it, right? So I have a piece of tape on here, and I have to go through and kind of set it up, and it takes me a few to get it perfect. So those aren't close. So I'll do one shot, tighten it a little bit, one shot, until we get them like this. So I'll show you what it's like once you get it set up to roll one of these. And then what I do is I try to find the kerf. When it cuts, it leaves a kerf, so I always try to put that down and then on the flat edge. So I line it up over here with my tape, stick it in there. Let me see if we can do this one-handed. So I line it up with the tape, put her in there, then crank it to get it started. Let's see. Line up, try to make sure it's square. It's easier when you have your hands free. Oh, you got a piece of tape. Okay. Let's try it again. Line up close, stab it in there, bam, okay. That is it. We have a hoop. Everything meets at the bottom. Weld it up. Bada boom, bada bing. This is typically my workflow setup. Tack the insides, weld them up, and then I flip them over and set it here and weld the backside. And then I just set them all out there and make a big old pile until all these are done. So, little welding on Sunday. Alright, this is the last one. Got her welded up, inside and out. That'll go with the rest of them. And I got all of these dudes here. So those are all done. And then we have some reserves sitting over there. I'm not going to weld those today, but we got these hoops good to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of the week and then put all the arms in and then weld tabs is the goal. And then, like I said, I'm going to head over to my boys over at War Performance and drop those off. And then we have a motor to take over there. I'm going to break the motor down hopefully this week. I got a lot to do this week for the boy, for the Pacer. Make sure it's good. Hopefully maybe get bearings. I got my wife's motor. I think we're load up too, and we take this and drop it off. And I'll probably take this thing just so I can throw it on the rack and walk underneath, because I've done a lot of work to it, but it's a lot easier just to walk and nut and bolt and touch stuff and make sure everything's good to go. We've put some miles on it at this point, so if we're gonna go all the way down there, might as well bring the boom down there too, right? So till next time, you guys know what to do. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I'm out.
Rolling through the streets, yeah, I'm the king of the block. Got that dragon dry style, make your whole city rock. Malibu gangster, with a touch of finesse. I'm burning rubber, raising hell, feel the heat, no stress. Turbo LS, under the hood, I'm moving quick. Nicky tires grip the road, make them stick like a trick. She, sloppy too, we got a hit in 08. In the War Performance parts all over the place. The bomb squad's